from Delaware Stadium. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the James Madison Dukes and the Delaware Blue Hens. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
I caught up with the Blue Hens head coach before the game. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. And the Blue Hens will kick off first, and here we go. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. They're going to run it to the right. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Let's talk for a second about James Madison. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot...
Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Dukes. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll bring it out. It's Lofton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking for a crease. It's Silver. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl, but knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Slings it downfield. Right side, it's Lofton. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
The Blue Hens go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Tells the run, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one third and long. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, it was an amazing effort to make that catch on third down. Unfortunately, not picking up the first. I think if it had been a little bit more of an accurate throw, maybe he would have been able to do something with it.
And hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on fourth and short. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
James Madison's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Might as well run him again. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Dukes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to squeak through the pile. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like, stopping the run game. Like, they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
And the Dukes getting set on 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
The Dukes are flying down the field. Fresh center downs going to the air. Sends it downfield. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. He'll bring it out. It's Lofton. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the run, it's Silver. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll run him again. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and managing. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown, cut into their opponent's lead.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, gonna throw it. Wilson has it over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Selling the fake. Out wide right, it's Silver. Runs through, man. He might have some space. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
Man, sometimes these receivers / running backs just make you look good. 3rd down, everything covered. Nice defensive coverage, drop back, taking away option 1, taking away option 2. But how about the running back slipping out of the backfield, catching the football behind the line of scrimmage, but giving great effort, making the big play for this offense to move the sticks. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. They'll run it. It's Silver. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
Off play action on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Now, after the incompletion, it leaves them with 3rd and goal from the 3. The give. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Trying to save time on defense, they used their 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. From the gun. Looking for the score. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The running back has it. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it. And now in the pitch, the ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion, like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Now on the move. Enough to move the chains. Gets it out to the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for the first down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Rushes on. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he avoids the sack.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Play action on first down. Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Working the ground game. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's start with TCU taking on the number 5 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's Ole Miss on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates. And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because...
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. He's going to take off. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Line getting set on second down. From the gun, the ground game. Got the first down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
And the Dukes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down to the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 20. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. A little release to the back. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Taking the field now, the Blue Hens offense, and they'll start this drive. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back. I don't know what he possibly could have been thinking there to wind up all the way back in the end zone and taking a safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. Searching for space.
The returner brings it out to the 41, and the James Madison offense will take over 1st and 10.
Now this offense is back on the field. The handoff. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just...
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Gives him the big stiff arm. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Blue Hens! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Duke's offense, and we'll see what they have schemed up. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Back to pass on second down. Going downfield for the big play. Makes a deep grab. The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for the edge. Turning it on. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be 1st down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Motion from the wideout. Quarterback keeper. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking for running room. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Third and 6 yards to go. Got it, looking for a 1st. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
And as a quarterback, man, you have to have a short memory, right? Be able to put mistakes behind you. He threw an interception last possession. Who cares? Nice job coming out, getting organized, getting the play down, having confidence, and now they're moving the ball right down the field.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Hand it to the back. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Dukes! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner is stopped. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Wants to go up top on second down. Going to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Back's got it on the screen. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And the Blue Hens decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. It's a draw. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Keep it on the ground. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Breaks into the open. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, James Madison. And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. On the move, it's Silver. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Finding some room, and they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And that's the danger on 3rd and short as a defense, right? You line all those bodies up close to the line of scrimmage. If you let the running back into the second level, you know it's going to be a big one. And nice effort that time by the safety, making a touchdown-saving tackle.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Right back to it. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And in that short yardage situation, the offense just goes goal line, and they decide to get big and heavy, and the defense didn't adjust to it. They've got to do a better job of understanding, A, the down and distance, and B, the personnel and what the formation is, because that was not a good look on defense. They didn't have a chance to stop that running play.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Long way to go on 2nd down. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Quarterback takes a knee. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.